Hey everybody, it is Tuesday. It is April the 29th. We are coming up on the Mays. Anybody born in May, happy birthday in advance. So, I've already done a video about making Dennis's homemade food, but I've also altered the recipe over the course of Googling the you know what out of everything. Research, prepare. So, in this pan, we'll go 2 cups of brown rice and 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, the real deal from Italy. Then, this is 12 ounces of veggies. It is 4 ounces of cauliflower, 4 ounces of sliced carrots, and 4 ounces of broccoli. And this is 1 pound of ground chicken, vinegar, brewer's yeast, better than bouillon, and turmeric. This makes up the ingredients for my dog's food, and it makes 8 meals at 10 ounces each. Okay, shall we begin? So before I do anything, I have to do the veggie prep. So this is, where's my number? 12 ounces of cauliflower, sliced carrots, and broccoli cuts. 4 ounces of each will go into 3 bags, and each bag gets 1 pound of protein. So when I'm at the store and I do that, there's 3 pounds of protein, and that'll make 3 and then 3 pounds of protein. So the protein is chicken today, ground chicken, but I'm gonna show you how I get this prepped so that each bag is 1 meal plus a pound of protein plus 2 cups of rice in your ingredients. This starts the process. So here's my broccoli cuts, and that's 12.5 ounces. So what I like to do is I like it to be even, so see, I can chop that up and give it to the ducks. I know it's not waste, not want not. So I'm going to make broccoli, 4 ounces in each one of these bags. Carrots next. Carrots, 12. Cauliflower. And this will make 3 meals with 1 pound of protein, 2 cups of brown rice, and your little, olive oil, whatever else you want to add. But that's how you get a bag of veggies for your dog's meal. Next step. There we go. Okay. So this is a thawed bag of veggies, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in here, okay, out of the bag. Then I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the lid to cut the veggies, okay? And then as I cut the veggies, okay, so I'm going to cut the veggies. This is going to be my little cutting board, and then they're going to go in here, okay? And then I'm going to use this lid to cover them, and then the chicken is going to go in here, and that's when I'm going to add the seasoning and the brewer's yeast and whatnot. And then, while that's like marinating and waiting, that's when I'll do the rice, and you'll see that. So let me dump this, and you can see what I'm getting ready to do. Okay, that's what it looks like as I prepare. This is my little cutting board, and then it goes in there. Okay, the veggies are all cut, and this is the cutting board, but I'm just going to put it like that. Okay, and now here's the chicken, and I'm going to get ready to address that. Okay, so there's the cut up veggies. This is my ground chicken. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of brewer's yeast in, because this is 2 days worth of food. 1 teaspoon of turmeric. 1/4 teaspoon of better than bouillon chicken, and 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. Your dog can have 2 teaspoons of vinegar a day in their food, and 3 teaspoons is a tablespoon, so I'm just going to do a tablespoon. And then I put all that in there, and then I add a little bit of water and mix that up and let that kind of come together. And then, well, you'll see. Okay. So then, okay, so there's brewer's yeast, there's turmeric, there's the bouillon, and there's a little bit of vinegar in there, but then I added water. And I'm just gonna let the water incorporate everything, right? I might even add a little bit more. And it kind of puffs up the chicken. So then let me add more water and get that totally mixed so you can see what it looks like. Okay. That is totally mixed, and then I'm gonna put the lid on it. And in the order they go, the veggies go in last because they only need a few minutes. So then I'm gonna get the pan and put 2 cups of brown rice in it and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then we're gonna get this party started. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, and I saw this on a cooking show, I'm gonna put 2 cups of brown rice in here, and then I'm gonna take the tablespoon and make an indent in the rice, and then pour the olive oil in that. I mean, I like to watch those YouTube things, or the little short videos that show that. So I'm gonna try it, because I think it might be fun. Let's go. Okay, that's 2 cups of brown rice. So now I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try and do everything without having to pause. Okay, so okay. Okay. Oh, cool. Cool. Okay. Cool. So now I'm going to turn the heat all the way up, and then I'm going to take a plastic spoon, because you know it's got that good nonstick surface. So I've got this turned all the way up, and then you just do that, and then pretty soon the oil will start to sizzle, and then you just keep stirring it, just kind of like getting a little roasted toasted, okay, and get it coated with that good olive oil. Olive oil can be eaten and used topically. You can put olive oil on your the corners of your eyes. You can use olive oil for lubrication, okay? It's wonderful. It's medicinal, and you can eat it and wear it. Let's begin. Let's wait for the crunchy sound. All right, this is perfect. And I got that nice brown toast on the bottom there. Okay, so then the next step is going to be that beautiful ground turkey with all the added ingredients: brewer's yeast, a little vinegar, a little chicken flavoring better than bouillon, and some brewer's yeast. And that's going to just dump in there, and I'm going to stir it until it's all the water's evaporated and it's, oh yeah. Okay, so once I start mixing all this, you're going to add 6 cups of water. So I'm going to start by pouring some water in here at the moment, so that when it's time, all the good stuff can be rinsed out into the pan. Okay, and we'll just leave it like that, because this is going to take a minute. Okay, you just stir and stir, and then pretty soon it starts coming to fruition, and that's when you add the water. And then we cook that, and then last 5 minutes we add the veggies. So let's get back to this, huh? Here we go. Now for the fun part. Now I put the water in here to kind of rinse the bowl, okay? And then I'm going to pour it in here. And I'm going to stir that up a little bit, because it's all going in now, okay? So I'm going to do this to keep on rinsing out the bowl, because we want everything, okay? Especially now with everything on the rise. Waste not, want not, for sure. For sure. We got to figure out how to make stuff stretch. I mean, I know you probably think this is extravagant to make dog food, but she's allergic to everything. Everything. I mean, she pooped, peed, and puked the first 3 weeks I had her, trying to figure out how to feed her. And the only thing I can do is this. Now, I have found some really, really expensive dry dog food that is, it's wild boar and grass-fed beef. And it's like $14 for 4 pounds. And then I also give her unsalted green beans mixed with 8 ounces of white cooked rice and a can of tuna in water. So I put the rice and the beans and the tuna with their waters into a big old bowl, and I cut it up, and I added a little brewer's yeast and maybe a couple of squirts of vinegar. And oh yeah, you can give your dog, a 50-pound dog, 900 milligrams of vitamin C. That boosts their immune system. So she gets a 1,000 milligram crushed pill into her food. And the thing is, you cannot OD on vitamin C. They used to give 10,000 milligram enemas to those little soldiers on the battlefield during the Civil War. And vitamin C will go to all your organs, and then if there's no place else for it to go, it goes out in your pee. And so, whenever I feel something coming on, I mean, you know what I mean. You feel something in the middle of your back or your shoulders or even your sinuses, and it's like, oh, I'm coming down with something. Well, don't come down with it. Jump on the, let's get this stuff rid of. And so I'll take 5,000 milligrams of vitamin C. That's 1,000 milligram tablets. And then I do a double shot of NyQuil. And it can be any NyQuil, not DayQuil, but NyQuil, severe cold and whatever. But a double shot, because that puts you into a super deep sleep, and the 5,000 milligrams goes everywhere. And I guarantee when I wake up in the morning, nothing. I feel 100%. 100%. Okay, so I'm going to let this cook down a little bit with the lid off. And then as it gets down to a certain point and there's a little bit of juice left, I'm going to dump in those beautiful cut up vegetables, put a lid on it, lower the temperature, and bam, dog food. Okay, getting ready to throw these in, give it a stir, lower the heat, put the lid on it. I'll scoop that out with a spoon. And that is going to turn into, and I have eaten this the very first batch I made for her. I took about half a cup and took a bite, and it wasn't ghastly, but it had no flavor. So I added salt and pepper and hot sauce, and it was wonderful. But it's for a dog, so no salt, pepper, hot sauce. Ta-da. Okay, then I'm going to put the lid on, and then I'm going to lower the heat to right there. And that's it. And I'll just, I'll check it in 1 hour, just like rice. Okay, I'm ready to check it out. Okay, this is exactly what Freshpet is. Now, I don't know what else they put in it. I mean, I put my own stuff in it, the brewer's yeast, a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of the chicken better than bouillon flavoring. Not much, like a 1/4 of a teaspoon to 6 cups of water. Dogs can taste everything. You don't need a lot. And then, of course, the turmeric, and I Google everything. What can I give my dog? What's good for this? And see, the juice is gone. So now what I'm going to do is unplug this, turn it off, unplug it, and then I'm going to cover it back up and put it off to the side while it cools, because then I'm going to measure it and bag it and put it in the refrigerator. And the finished product, and when you scoop it, it is so perfect. This is what Freshpet looks like. But I did the price comparison, and mine is less expensive than Freshpet. But maybe because I'm doing the work, that's why there is more expensive, because I am making it. So this is perfectly ready. I'm gonna weigh her out and put her food in there. And I give her 12 ounces. But sometimes she doesn't eat it all, which is fine, because then I take it and I cover it, and then later on I might add a hard-boiled egg and 1 ounce of cooked liver and maybe a little bit of water, and mix that together. Bam, she eats it all up. So waste not, want not. Okay, let me measure out one. There's Dennis's 12 ounces. And then I'm going to get the air out of the bag and seal it, and then flatten it. And then I stack them, and I do, I move the green back, you know, opposite, but I lay it down like that. Bam. Okay. And then I put it in the refrigerator, and I'll put one, and then I'll put the next one like that, and that, and that, and just keep it rotated, and bam. And this makes food for 2 days, but it could be almost 3 days, because, you know, you give your dog supplemental feedings, and sometimes they're not all that hungry. So it's all good in all the hoods. Let me get this finished. Okay, this is 3 that are 12 ounces each, and this is 2 that are 10 ounces each, and this is 5 ounces. And she's already gotten a 12-ounce package. Okay, so there's 3 here that are 12 ounces, and she had, I already put one in her dish, so that's 4 12 ounces, and then 2 10 ounces, and 1 5.5. And this is like a backup. Like I'll put an egg and 1 ounce of liver, and this can be like a snack. So it's all good in all the hoods. Bon appetit. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you very much.